Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for today's upload. We have a few things to talk about, but first, as usual, let's begin with the transfer list. So finally, I was able to sell Van Nistelrooy. He lazy sold there because he was fresh. So by getting that 40k premium, I still lost around 9 or 10k on that trade, which is okay. I'm very happy that I managed to sell him with only 10k loss. And I recovered that loss with Volan. Volan just sold recently, about like 30 minutes ago. I was looking through the mobile app and I saw he lazy sold at 32.5. During the night, I had about 5 or 6 sales, all lazy selling informs. Informs have been lazy selling a ton. Now I do expect them to sell way more after we do collect our rewards, because a lot of people are going to try to do the mid-icon pack or maybe do Sergio Ramos. I do know a lot of people are currently holding on to not completing Sergio Ramos, for example, because the fodders are just so high that it just doesn't make sense to complete him at the moment. So I'm just gonna clear those sales out before I talk to you guys about the investments which I've made last night. Now, I did tell you guys that it was not worth it investing into the market for rewards day flips. But the only reason I did it was because I was getting undercuts. Now, when you get undercuts, no matter what happens, what's the situation of the market, as soon as you see good undercuts, like quite significant, then go ahead and buy those cards because you will always make some profit out of those. Now, I do understand why De Bruyne, all three versions of him, the 92, 93, and the 94, all three of them had undercuts because most probably a lot of people knew that he was going to be included into the team of the weeks. As you guys are aware by now, EA is never able to keep things for themselves. There is always leaks, and I do think a lot of people were aware of De Bruyne being into the team of the week. So this is why I was getting those undercuts, and I did not have any insider tips. So I was buying them. Now I did buy them for 249, which I'm very, and 241, which I'm very happy that at least he did not drop below that. He's currently only trending at the same price. I did buy around 4 or 5 of him, so we're gonna have a look at that. What else did I buy? I did buy quite a few cards, so let's just go through the transfer list so I can show you guys the investments which I've made. Now, meanwhile, I look for those cards. Just make sure if you invest anything or if you guys buy anything for flips today, then do make sure you always get that undercut. Otherwise, I really wouldn't suggest buying anything because at any moment we may see some panic. Now, here's one more card which I did buy. I bought Mo Salah for 620. So I got Mo Salah for 620, which I do think is a very good price. At the moment, he must be somewhere around. So he's around 650, 640, 650. I do expect this card to rise quite a bit because either way, during Foot Birthday, I do think EA will go all out into trying to make money with packs, so they will put a lot of Premier League players. That's just my opinion. And this is why I do think, due to link investments, Premier League players are very good to trade with at the moment. And this Mo Salah is a very popular card. Every weekend league, I do see him around 660, 670. So that will be a small 15, 20k profit, which is good. I did miss out the opportunity on buying Rodrigo for 660, which I thought was a wonderful opportunity to buy him. He was very low. I'm not sure if he's still the same price at the moment, so he has risen a bit, but that 660 was a very good look. Haaland sold for 1740. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys something because I do have some more cards which I bought. Now, let's just have a look here. How much is Haaland first going for? I'm interested to see. So Haaland 1 mil, we're gonna put that up to 1.7 and see if there's any on the market. Okay, so he's around. Okay, so there's a 1.705, which is an undercut once again. Okay, so he's pretty cheap at the moment at 1.73. I did buy some more cards, which you guys can see here, newest and special. Let's have a look at those cards. So I bought Kyle Walker at 289. I did have another Walker, which I'm gonna have a look in my transfer list. But I did have another. I had two Kyle Walkers at 289. There's another De Bruyne bought at 248. There's the 93, which once again, while he was selling for 420, I got him at 407. But unfortunately, those people had ideas that he would be into the team of the week. Here's the 94, which I got at 745 while he was selling at 770. At the moment, he's around 710, I think. Here's Haaland with a massive undercut while he was selling for 1.7. I was just looking at the price and I sniped him right there. He popped up and immediately I got him at 1.61, which is already into profits, but I'm going to hold on because I did see this card quite a few times during Weekend League being nearly extinct. So I do think I may be able to get 1.85 at some point during the weekend. I also got a Sadio Mane at 2.1. Now I'm just gonna have a look how much he goes for at the moment, because there is talk at the moment on Footbin that he has been nerfed, and this is why this card has been dropping recently. It basically went from 2.5 all the way down to 2 mil last week, but I do think at 2.1 it's very cheap. At the end of the day, it's a team of the year, right? So I just don't understand why it would be that cheap. So I made a bet that this card will rebound this weekend. So let's see if this happens. I'll make quite some coins if he does rise all the way up to maybe 2.3 or 2.35. Then I got a Mo Salah on bid at 1178, which I'm not sure if it's a good price, but at the moment he must be somewhere around the 1.25. Okay, so he's already down at 1190, but I do think this card will rise. Then I saw Dele Alli on the market at 95. All of them were selling around 110, but this one was at 95, so I did think that this was a good deal. Now, I'm not sure. I'm just going to have a quick look on Footbin, how much he goes for. But basically, this is what I wanted to show you guys, that if you guys want to sell something or maybe flip cards for rewards day, then always have a look at undercuts. Do not buy if you're not getting undercuts. As I'm seeing on Footbin here, Dele Alli is already 105, so that was a good buy. If you guys don't see the undercuts, then do not go ahead and buy the cards because the risk is just too high. You guys saw it with the De Bruyne over here, quite some loss, or at least only break even at the moment. So I'm gonna get a tax loss if I sell him right now. So I'll have to hold on to him and pray that his 95 does not drop in value, because if the 95 goes up higher than what it is at the moment, then I do think it will bring this card higher as well, his 93 and his 94 higher. So it all depends on the 95 now. Started at 1.5, now it's all the way down to 1.02. If this rises above 1.1, then I do think De Bruyne might rise around maybe 260, 265, which I'll be able to get the sale done. Here's the other Kyle Walker, which I also bought at 290. Except that I'm basically just selling my informs. I'm waiting for George Best to sell as well. And I am going to take some coins on some informs tomorrow morning after people collect their rewards, because a lot of them are into profit at the moment and I need the coins. So I'm gonna do that as well. Except that I did see on YouTube and on Twitter a lot of people currently submitting, like, let's say you open a mid-icon pack, right? You pack a player which you don't like it happened to me with Scholes. And then they go ahead and use Scholes as a fodder into that SBC once again, just to maybe knock the cost by maybe 40-50k. Do not do that, guys. I do think at some point with all those icon upgrade packs, at some point in summer, EA might release a recycle SBC for icons. So I would not necessarily submit them at the moment. Worst case scenario, let's say it never happens, then they may come up handy for maybe the Prime Icon upgrade pack. If not, Team of the Season, because we do know EA likes to do those SBCs for guaranteed Team of the Season. So it might come up handy there. And this is worst case scenario. And let's just hope that at some point, because so many people have icons, which they got from those SBCs, whether it's the mid or the base, which are unusable for them and they're just sitting there in their club. So I do think EA at some point maybe will try and get a recycle SBC for that, which will maybe require one or two segments, and then you include your base or your mid icon and get something else. This is just my take on it. Worst case scenario, I'm still holding on to them. Worst case scenario, I'll just throw them into the team of the season SBC, because at that time the fodders will be just insanely high. These are the ones I packed and I'm still holding on to them. So this was just to let you guys know that I don't think it's a good idea at the moment to throw your icons just to save maybe 40 or 50k. One more thing which I wanted to share with you guys. I've been doing League SBCs for a while now. Ever since they came out, I've maybe completed each one of them maybe 6 to 7 times. I use those rewards players to complete SBCs for cheaper. And these are the ones whom, in my opinion, are the best ones to grind because of the packs they offer and the player they offer, which is usable. But in my case, I'm not using any of those players, so just the rating of the player and the packs that you get back from completing the SBCs. And these are the leagues which, when you open packs, you pack like guaranteed that you will pack at least a few players of those leagues when you open packs. So they're easy to complete, and it's whether you take untradables or tradables, and the packs back are good and the rewards are good. So I would say Bundesliga, Serie A, Premier League, La Liga, and those two CONMEBOL. And if you have a look here, that right back 88 rated and that center back 88 rated, they strong link to each other. So very, very good to complete SBCs, and at the same time those are very, very cheap. So how I do them, you guys can see I've completed 3, 4, 5 segments of the League SBC, and the rest are all in progress. And what do? I go to concepts, I put the players in, then when I open my rewards or when I open packs, whether it's from League SBCs or whatsoever, I have a look if I packed any of those. If not, whenever rewards drop, those cards get packed a lot compared to at the moment. And what I do is just that it's already done, so I just go on search, I look for them, and whenever they just pop up. Now you will find a lot of those players, when people open rewards, they go for all the way down to 200, 300 coins, and you're able to complete that pretty fast. And what happens is that within like 10 minutes you're able to get all your players, you complete the SBC, and the packs back are very good. First of all, you get an 88 rated SBC fodder, and then the packs back, rare Electrum players pack, which is very, very good, rare mixed players pack, rare silver players pack. Currently, if you open that pack, the chances are that you will get more value out of this pack than the rare Electrum players pack. And the reason being is that silver League SBC players are just insanely expensive. So those are all good packs, and whether it's silver or the mixed players pack, whatever it is, and at the end when you complete, you get an 88 rated player. So I've done the same thing for both of them. And for the League SBCs, it's pretty simple. What you do there, like the easiest way that I have figured out, now you guys may know about that, but I'm just letting you guys know in case you don't know about it. So what I do, let's say La Liga, I just go there to Spain, I have a look at La Liga, and then you have all the teams right there, and you look at players. So here, Athletic Club, I have 5 players, so I'll have a look like this after I open my rewards. And whenever I see that, for example, it's already at 9 or 10, so basically I just need to buy 1 or 2 players, and this is when I go ahead and complete the SBC. Same thing, let's take Italy, let's go to Serie A, and that's another league which I do complete. So I'll have a look, let's say 9 from Hellas Verona. So what I'll do is that I'll go ahead and complete that team and buy the missing 1 or 2 players which I do... which I'm missing now. Piemonte Calcio, which is Juventus, already 12 players, so I'll be able to complete that. So this is how I do it. This is my experience on doing league SBCs. They're very, very profitable, but they're complicated if you're not planning it, right? Because if you go ahead, like at the moment, if I go to, let's say I go to Serie A, for example, right? And I go to, for example, Brescia. And what happens there is that if I buy all 11 players, then I'll lose coins because at the end of completing that team, all I'll get is a small Prime Electrum Players pack, which if I'm lucky enough, I'll maybe get 2k out of that pack. But if I'm able to pack 9 to 10 players out of those, then I do make profit, like guaranteed profit, right? And once again, the packs back from Serie A are pretty good. If you do complete this SBC, then first of all, you do get an 87 rated Verdi for league for as an SBC fodder, and at the same time, you get so many packs, which most probably you will pack something. Now, I do think I finished Napoli recently, and from that small rare gold players pack, what I packed was Eden Hazard. And once again, it paid off for maybe 80% of the league SBC. So this is just another thing which I wanted to share with you guys. And last thing before we end the video, the current team of the week. Now, I'm not sure if EA will throw lightning rounds this weekend because of maybe because of the coronavirus. A lot of people are currently in a bad situation, like financially. So let's say they go ahead and plan lightning rounds, and if they don't, then definitely there will be pack supply right this weekend. So my favorite investment in terms of usable players would be Iñaki Williams, Lucas, Coman, De Bruyne, which if you guys have the coins, and Nangolan. Those are all very good players to buy. So these 5 players are very good players. And I'd say Pepe as well. Definitely Pepe. So these ones are the best players currently that we can buy and invest in. But I would not buy them during the weekend. I'd buy them at squad battle rewards. And the reason being is that first of all, people will pack them during squad battle rewards. And the ones that are done playing weekend league, they will sell them. Right, so it will be the perfect storm to buy them, and they will be cheapest then. Now, in terms of SBC fodders, I do think Rafa is a very good example. Even his gold card, if you look at his graph, there's a lot of spikes because people like using Rafa because he's a left mid, he's Portuguese, he's from the Liga NOS, which is all an advantage when you want to complete solutions, right? He's strong links to Pepe as well. So I'm talking about the center back Pepe, which is a very popular card when it comes to SBC solutions. So I do think this is a very good investment. Shar, always center back from the Prem, always a good investment. Koulibaly, I can't say for sure. If he drops a lot, then yeah, but otherwise that's also a usable card. But I'll just stay far from this card unless I can get a good deal. This is, I think, Debuchy, yeah. So that's also a very good player to invest in. Right wing back, 82 rated from League 1. If you guys want the perfect example, then have a look at Kenny Lala as well. Kenny Lala spiked a lot. Now, Kenny Lala is a usable card, but I do think he spiked mostly because he's a very good player when it comes to solutions. And Reina as well, Pepe Reina, is a very good investment when it comes to SBC solutions as well. And the last player would be Mason Mount. Mason Mount, definitely. Those are the players that I really like when it comes to SBC solutions. Now, when to buy them? During lightning rounds. If we get lightning rounds, those cards will go very close to being min price. At that time, I'd buy them. Now, if you guys are able to get them at min price, let's say at rewards day, then definitely do not wait for lightning rounds because it won't go cheaper than the min price, and that would be a very good deal for you guys. Whenever you see those cards dropping 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 players. So we have 5 players for League SBCs, and as usable players we have 6: Coman, Iñaki Williams, Lucas, Nangolan, and De Bruyne. And Koulibaly, if you guys see him as a good deal on the market, let's say he drops somewhere around 100k, then I would definitely buy him. because that's a very usable card. For the first time, we have a Koulibaly version which we can use in game because he is such a slow player. But at the moment, if you throw in a shadow on this player, then he becomes really really good. He's usable, right? So, and center backs from Serie A always do very well because if you use a Serie A team, you don't have much of a choice. Even if you guys look at Manolas, who was in Team of the Week, I think 3 weeks ago, just have a look at his graph. He went really, really high out of packs just because he's a Serie A center back, and we missed out on this opportunity, which I just don't know how it did not cross my mind. But either way, this is my favorite investment from the team of the week, and otherwise the market is chilling at the moment, but I don't expect the market to go very high. A lot of people will open their rewards tomorrow during Fit Birthday, day after tomorrow, because it's currently Wednesday where I am. So day after tomorrow on Friday 6 p.m., a lot of people will open their rewards. We will get the team which will be announced from Fit Birthday. At that time, I expect the market to completely fly. Otherwise, for now, it's just going to chill. I don't expect any kind of sell-off at the moment. I do think we may see a small rise going into tomorrow because people get their red player pick. And let's say if somebody who's using a La Liga team just goes ahead and gets a red De Bruyne, then you bet 100% he will try and build a squad around De Bruyne. So, or else maybe at least get a hybrid, and at that time we may see quite some cards jumping in price. This is why I'm very happy I got Kyle Walker last night, because now he's strong links to De Bruyne, so I do expect Kyle Walker to rise quite a fair bit. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for today. If you guys have any questions, then do let me know in the comments. If not, just let me know on Twitter. That's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one. Bye.